Welcome back. I'm here with Football League editor Pascal Lemaire to talk about Fulham versus Brighton. We start with Brighton. A poor season last season really, but they've started this season with two solid wins.
Yeah, two very solid wins. Yeah, I mean, they had the first game of the whole season on Friday night against Forest, and I was really impressed actually. It was a very good game. Both teams went for it, but Brighton came through in the end. It was Lualua who scored the goal. Really good finish across goal, and he actually got the winner in midweek against Southend in the Cup as well. So he started the season really well, and I think, yeah, it's good to see him in the starting lineup because I think last year I saw a stat. I think he was the most used substitute out of any player in the Championship, or got substituted the most times, and I think certainly they need him to start more because whenever I watched Brighton last year, when he did come off the bench, I always thought he made a good impact, and maybe you could question his attitude. I'm not quite sure why Houghton didn't quite see it last season, but for me, he's one of the most exciting players, really good at going past people, puts a good ball into the box and could score goals as well. So it's not really too surprising that he's started well like that. I mean, 2 clean sheets as well, that's important. And that, I mean, last season, Gordon Greer, Lewis Dunk, brilliant centre-back partnership. They scored goals as well, and I think Lewis Dunk, that would be a big thing if they can keep him. He was phenomenal against Forest on Friday night, and I think it's Fulham, the team who they play here, are the team that are really looking at Dunk. I think they've bid maybe 4 or 5 million for Lewis Dunk, so if Brighton can keep hold of Lewis Dunk, that'd be huge for them because defensively last year they were pretty solid.
And at the other end of the field, they lost Leonardo Ojoa last summer, never really replaced him. What do you make of their strikers this time around?
Yeah, like I say, they were solid defensively last year, but goals is where they really struggled. I think the defence had actually scored more goals than their strikers last season, so that just shows where the real problems lie. They didn't quite do that. I mean, Sam Baldock came in, he really struggled. This summer they've signed Tomer Hemed from Almere, and Bobby Zamora as well, the sort of return of Bobby Zamora, that's a big thing. I mean, Zamora's not fit yet, I don't think he'll be fit for this game either, but Hemed and Baldock in pre-season, they linked up quite well, and you can certainly see bits of that against Forest. And I mean, Hemed, he was so close to scoring on his debut. It was an absolutely fantastic save from the Forest keeper, De Vries. He somehow clawed it out, but apart from that, Hemed looked quite bright, Baldock looked quite bright, but there wasn't a goal in that game. That's what they've got to do. I think they both need to get off the mark quickly because they'll be quite nervous for scoring goals.
And that's for Fulham, draw on the opening day of the season against Cardiff, through in the Cup. What do you make of their start?
Okay start. I think going to Cardiff. I think Cardiff are one of the clubs sort of in mid-table. I think you look at their squad, they're okay, but I think Fulham would have gone there and thought maybe we should get a win here. I think Fulham, they should do quite well this season if you ask me. I look at their squad. I think they've made good signings. Ben Pringle, Jamie O'Hara, Matt Smith's come back from his loan spell at Bristol, so that'll feel like a new sign because him and Ross McCormack, that should be a deadly strike force because Matt Smith is brilliant in the air, big striker. McCormack, he can go around, score goals around him. They played together at Leeds as well, so they should be a really good partnership together. Smith got the goal against Cardiff, it's quite lucky. I mean, keeper made a mistake there, but they beat Wickham 1-0 on the road in the Capital One Cup, Kacha Nikolic with the goal, so good to go through in the Cup. And I think it was an okay to start with a draw, but I think the thing is, Ross McCormack played 90 minutes in both of those games. I was quite surprised he played 90 minutes against Wickham. I think Kit Simons could have maybe rested him there for this game at the weekend, but so they're quite strong up front. But like I said, they're interested in Lewis Dunk, and I can understand why they're after centre backs. They were terrible defensively last year. I think only Blackpool let in more goals than them, so you can understand why Simons is going for centre backs. But I think other clubs seem to know that, and they're demanding high fees because I mean Lewis Dunk has been very good, but if they pay 5 million for a centre back, it's a lot of money in the Championship.
They are two teams who did struggle last season. Which way do you see this match going?
I mean, it's been a good start for Brighton, but I'm just going to pick Fulham to win this one. They've had 2 away games already this season. This is their first game at home, and I think I just look at Fulham's squad, and I think they should be stronger than Brighton here, so I'm going to just pick them to win it 1-0.
Sportsmore going for a 1-0 win for Fulham.